Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic/Non-Classic. This is episode number 344 and Doubleshot number 272. Okay. First up, it's Invincible Iron Man Volume 1 Reboot. Now, this is a relaunch from what was previously Superior Iron Man, and of course, the thing decided to take an 8-month jump and not explain how the heck Tony Stark turned from evil back to good. That is still not been explained. And it's been over a year since the storyline has wrapped up. Well, this is simply put, title is simply just Reboot. It's like, it's a fresh new start, and it's just Iron Man fighting, various villains. Main antagonist of this storyline is Madame Mask. First time she's actually appeared in the comics since Matt Fraction's run. And of course, Doctor Doom is in here as well. Completely handsome. Yes, his face has been completely healed. In the book itself, there is no explanation. At the time this storyline came out, Secret Wars was still going on because of some dumb delay that has still never been explained. Yep. And, what else? Oh, yes. Doctor Strange shows up in here, of course, after the storyline. He shows up in the first, shows up for at least an issue of on the Wolverine before moving on to his own solo comic. But this comic, of course, you got a new Iron Man armor, and you have Tony Stark being very investigative, a detective. He kind of acts like his movie counterpart, the way he did Iron Man 3, where he acted like a detective investigating stuff, which is something he's known for doing over the years. And you have this new armor, which doesn't have a nose, surprisingly. That's one person mentioning it. So they say it lacked personality. But it's kind of like a shapeshifter type armor where it can change different shapes. And this contains the first 5 issues of the previous volume. It was relaunched after 14 issues. And they replaced the Iron Man with a black teenage girl. Okay. At least as a character that was kind of established prior to her becoming she's currently Ironheart, but the book is called Invincible Iron Man. This is the 7th volume of the series. Excuse me. Yeah, this is the 7th volume of the series. As for how many issues so far, you probably have to go to my friend Edgar's channel to figure out exactly how many issues so far, what issues these make up. They're in here, but this is just the first 5 issues of volume 7. It's just really good. 9 out of 10. Okay. Next up is The Mighty Thor, Volume 2. Collecting. This is the if I remember correctly. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is volume 7 for Thor. As for issues, these are issues number 682 to 688. Yep. Yeah, it's 7 issues. Now, there are 3 different stories in here. First is a 2-parter telling a story of Thor from the past. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's simply the whole point of the 2-parter. It's simply just a battle that Thor fought in. It's a story told by Loki, of all people. Yeah, the guy who's known for lying. Yeah. And, yeah. And also this is having where there was a deal that was struck during the previous volume between Dano Agner and Malekith the Accursed that he would get a chance to mine the Dark Realm. Well, whatever the land of Dark Elves is called in the mythology, and explain when it comes to Thor. Yeah, he's mining that. Yeah, this is a result of, and of course, Leafley is alive. Yep, Loki's father is alive, and Loki is now simply the Prince of Jotunheim. I think as they pronounce the realm where the ice giants come from. And from the events of the previous volume, Freyja, Thor's stepmother. Yes, I say stepmother because his biological mother is Mother Nature. Though apparently writers at Marvel have a tendency to forget that little fact. and yet Jason Aaron is a writer who doesn't forget anything. He probably forgot, probably not on purpose. Everybody else just forget the fact that the character Gia, aka Mother Nature, even exists at all. And then comes the follow-up storyline, which is a 4-parter. Take up the 8 through 11 of this volume. It's simply put Raxxon being invaded by supervillains. Who are these villains invaded? Let's see. You have Exterminix, a villain from Grant Morrison's Marvel Boys series. She took over the Midas Corporation after the events of Original Sin, and this is her first appearance since Original Sin. Okay. We also have the second Silver Samurai, another character that Jason Aaron himself created, who last time I saw him was actually in the pages of Wolverine. In the X-Men. Yeah, that's the last time I saw him. Let's see, who else they have in here? Oh yeah, they also had Wilson Fisk. First time I've ever seen this guy ever appear in a Thor comic. Usually he's appearing like Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punish. He appears almost everywhere else. He's never appeared in a Thor comic before. Yeah, this is a bit bizarre for him. I'm trying to think, who else did he have in here? Heck, Exterminix basically check. Oh yeah, I think I'll become a Thor villain now. Yeah, this is also during a storyline where there's these two shoot agents trying to confirm if Jane Foster really is Thor, and they never really confirm it at all. Let's see. Where is that? There's this particular round table that has all these villains. Let's see here. Where are you? Yeah, the storyline's called Lords of Midgard. Let's see. Here we go. There's also Sebastian Shaw. First time I've seen this guy outside of X-Men comic. Darren Cross. Yeah, he's a Scott Lang villain. So I'm not surprised he's here. This is like the first time I've seen him outside of his own book. Another character, Willingham Kellingston, who also was from the X-Men comics. This is the first time I've seen her outside of the X-Men comics. We also have Ezekiel Stain. When I saw him in here, again, of course, this was the first time I've seen this guy. Also, another character who's not been seen since Mad Fractions, Iron Man. Another character, yeah. This is Ezekiel Stain. This is the first time he's actually shown up in a comic book since Mad Fractions run on Iron Man. Yeah, him along with Madam Mask have made another appearance since then. Of course, we have Wilson Fisk making his first ever appearance in a Thor comic. Yeah, that was actually a bit of a surprise. But some of these characters I haven't seen in a while. Now, Sebastian Shaw, as far as I can tell, this is the first time, like, when he showed up, this is the first time I've seen him in a little while. I think the last time I may have seen this guy was back in AVX. Yeah. Of course, Darren Cross is in, at this point, Ant-Man. As for the second Silver Samurai, who is this guy here, Wolverine the X-Men. Same thing with this little girl who's 12 years old and thought she was the White Queen. As for this woman, who was also a businesswoman, I have never seen this character before. This is the first time I've seen her. And of course, we also have Tiberius Stone, a character who is a character who first showed up in pages of Iron Man, and for the past, I'd say, 4 or 5 years, he's been a supporting character in the pages of Spider-Man books. Mainly just Amazing Spider-Man, then he got moved over to Spider-Man 2099. And this is the first time I've seen him outside the Spider-Man books in a while. He's not a really big character. He's noteworthy for being the grandfather of Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099. Yeah. But the reason why this meeting takes place because all these other guys are jealous of the fact that he has mining rights to Malekith's realm. Yeah, and they want. He says nope. So they pretty much launch a full-scale attack on his company, which causes Raxxon, which at this point, it previously had been seen floating over Braxon, and now it's over Manhattan for some reason. This is Extremix on the cover of issue 9. That's her. Yeah, This is the first time since the original Sin she showed up, and she in fact previously dated Marvel Boy, aka Marval, Norval, who has also been known as Captain Marvel and Ensign Marvel. The last time I saw him was actually during Original Sin, actually, and the reason why he got called in was because Extremis, his former girlfriend, was spotted in the action. That's the only reason why. But it's nice the fact you get a chance to see some non-Thor villains appearing in a Thor comic book. Like Silver Samurai and Sebastian Shaw are X-Men villains, and yet they're appearing in here. And the other reason why I think that they appeared in here because they're businessmen. Yes. And Extreme was like, I think I'll become a Thor villain now because she fought Thor. Okay, fine. I don't think any writer wants anything to do with her, so adding her to Thor's Rogues Gallery is not a bad idea, especially since that she essentially is a C-list villain anyways. I mean, the only reason I've heard of her because I've read the Marvel Boys series, and it was like 4-issue limited series of Grant Morrison back in 2001. Yeah, and I can see why no one wants to bother with this character because some of Grant Morrison stuff from Marvel is, well, pretty decent at best, and doesn't have a huge fan base. Like people love Grant Morrison's stuff for DC, not much his stuff for Marvel per se. But I enjoyed this character streamers anyways. This is still good. I say that and also there's one other story in here. It takes up the last issue. It's a supposed origin story for Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. That's really it. Yeah, apparently it follows right after the events of the previous issue. And the thing ends simply just Thor going off wherever, and everyone's keep wondering, like, where the heck is Thor? And it's suggested that the last time he was seen was when he went back to the moon. Which, and they say that's where he went back to at the original Sin. Okay, fine. I don't have really. I think he went back there after after Access, because apparently he's trying to pull his hammer out. But yeah, that kind of stuff does leave some leeway to the Unworthy Thor series, which is really good. It's only about 3 issues in right now. It's almost done. But this is still good. 9 out of 10. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is episode 345 and Doubleshot number 273. Okay? But till then, I will see you there. Bye.